Ty Bartz and Larry Ball Jr. roll slowly into turns 3 and 4. Final heat race on night number 2 of the Knoxville Nationals presented by the Midwest Ford dealers. We go green down the front stretch. Larry Ball Jr. down low, slides up in front of Ty Bartz to take the lead. Bartz running in the second spot. Logan third, Natalie Sather in the fourth and final transfer spot. Brian Brown and Danny Smith, Ed Lynch Jr. all coming after her into 3 and 4. Smith on the low side of the speedway, Sather on the cushion. It's Danny Smith down low, getting the transfer spot. Natalie Sather fifth, Ed Lynch Jr. sixth. Then Brooke Tatnell and Brian Brown side by side for seventh. Caution flag waves for a car slowing in turn number 4. It's Rager Phillips in the number 9. Green flag waves again. Into turns 1 and 2, Danny Smith down low. Up over the cushion goes Ty Bartz. Natalie Sather moves back into the transfer spot. They're nearly 4 wide. They are 4 wide on the backstretch. Tatnell, Brown, Sather, and Lynch. Ty Bartz part of that mix as well. It's going to be Brian Brown getting the best of it, with Brian Brown moving up into 4th and Brooke Tatnell into 5th. Larry Ball Jr., then the 10 of Ricky Logan, the 4D of Danny Smith, and the 21B of Brian Brown. Now on the move, Billy Alley in the Speedway Motors 22 goes to the inside of Ty Bartz, and in the 94S of Natalie Sather move the 22 car of Alley up into 6th. Top 2 cars pulling away from the rest of the field. Now Brian Brown reeling in the Alan Kiger-Pence GMC car number 4D of Danny Smith, and Brooke Tatnell right there trying to grab a transfer spot in the Segway car number 8. Tatnell, the Australian title holder, won that race back in January at the at the Murray Bridge Raceway in Australia. Now battle for the 3rd spot. Brown slides up in front of Danny Smith. Brian Brown now 3rd. Smith on the bubble in the transfer spot, with Brooke Tatnell and Billy Alley making a charge. Tatnell down low, but tried the slide job a little bit too early. Danny Smith will hang on to 4th down the back straightaway. Now Smith goes to the bottom, Tatnell to the cushion. Tatnell going to try to drive around Smith out of turn number 4, and Brooke Tatnell takes the transfer spot. Danny Smith now off the pace. A problem in the 4 car for Danny Smith. He is slowing, and we see smoke out of the 21B of Brian Brown as well in the backstretch. Now Brian Brown off the pace, and that'll move Alley into the transfer spot. Brian Brown had problems on the backstretch. Danny Smith had problems on the front stretch. Looks like he's back up to speed. Brownie into the pit area. Laps winding down, this time by 2 to go. It's been all Larry Ball Jr. from the start of this one in the 5JR car. Ricky Logan still solidly in 2nd. Now Brooke Tatnell in 3rd and Billy Alley in the transfer spot. Ed Lynch Jr. runs in 5th. Danny Smith 6th. Natalie Sather 7th and Ty Bartz in 8th. White flag in the air, half a mile from a Knoxville Nationals heat race win. It's Larry Ball Jr. in the 5JR, the Van Gorp Construction entry, with a lead of 1.084 seconds over Ricky Logan. They roll down the backstretch for the final time. Checkered flag in the air, Larry Ball Jr., the winner of heat race number 5. Ricky Logan finishing in the 2nd spot. Brooke Tatnell 3rd.
Green this time at the chalk line in turn number 4. Once again, 10 laps. Only 2 will tag the rear of the B. As they roll slowly into turn number 4, John Agin inside, Sammy outside, Green now. Sammy Swindell outdrags John Agin into turn number 1. Goes straight to the cushion and leads the pack down the backstretch. Swindell pulling away from the field. Agin runs in 2nd place. Scotty Neitzel in 3rd. Lauren Langrud holds 4th with 1 lap down. Seth Bramer up to 5th. Sammy stretching his lead off turn number 2 as he completes lap number 2. John Agin working off the cushion, trying to keep Sammy in his sights. Scotty Neitzel settles for 3rd, Lauren Langrud's 4th, Seth Bramer 5th. Again, only 2 will transfer. Sammy will be catching the back markers in just a couple of laps. Stretched his lead to a half straightaway over John Agin. Sammy working the cushion to perfection as he works lap number 4. Off turn number 4, he's already catching the back markers. Todd's in right in front of the leader. Swindell off the cushion at turn number 1. 2 lap cars in front of him. He thinks about threading the needle on the backstretch, takes his time now and ducks low, goes by both of them. Sammy still slicing through traffic. 6 laps remaining in this C main. Scotty Neitzel past Agin into second as Swindell continues to work traffic. Scotty Neitzel working the inside now as Agin gets a little bit sideways off turn number 4. Heavy traffic in front of Neitzel. Swindell glued to the cushion off the second corner. Driving away from the field on the backstretch. Neitzel now a solid second. 3 laps remaining for Sam. Swindell with a 3-second lead over Scotty Neitzel. 2 laps remaining for Sammy this time. With 2 laps left, Swindell your leader, Scotty Neitzel second, John Agin is third, Lauren Langrud fourth, Seth Bramer fifth, Jamie Zapatil sixth. White flag waves over the famous Fallbrook 5. Sammy Swindell works the low side through 1 and 2 this time. Scotty Neitzel moves by the lap car. Nothing between him and Sammy except a lot of Knoxville real estate. Sammy again working the bottom of 3 and 4. Checkered flag out this time for Sammy Swindell. He'll win the C main. Scotty Neitzel will get second. Finishing third, the 4 of John Agin.
Currently leading the IRA point standings, the 2W of Scotty Neitzel. Well, here we go. 12 laps, only 4 of these cars will get to run the A main. Plenty of power packed into all 11 rows here in the B main. Only 4 will go on. 12 laps the distance. Delansky and Saldana on the front row. Green flag comes down. Saldana with the jump down to the turn number 1. Delansky will follow him to the cushion. Everybody bottled up mid-pack as Joey Saldana trying to get away from the field. Here comes Jason Solwald. Quickly up into a transfer spot. Solwald up to the 3rd spot. Down to lead lap number 1 is Joey Saldana. Craig Delansky, Jason Solwald, now Jason Myers with the slide job on Kenny Jacobs. Kenny Jacobs going to try to get back to the inside of Myers over in turns 3 and 4. Not going to be able to do it as Myers goes to the bottom. Jason Myers let it drift up. He's got the 4th and final transfer spot. Here comes the mouse to the inside. Kenny Jacobs inside of Jason Myers. Jacobs lost a little momentum on the inside of the racetrack. Jack Hodenshield now closing in on his fellow Ohio driver as Hodenshield to the inside of Jacobs. And that's the battle for the 5th spot. Ryan Codium running in the 7th spot. Terry McCall 8th right now. All right, now Joey Saldana. Oh, we got a car spinning over in turns of 1 and 2. The 0 car, Jonathan Aller. Jack Hodenshield, lots of fast cars, not going to go to the A main as it stands. Saldana leads him down into turn number 1, right to the cushion. Look at Jason Solwald making the inside groove work as he slides up, but Delansky sneaks back on the outside. Delansky outside of Solwald. It's Saldana, Delansky, Solwald, and Myers. No change after 1 lap. Kenny Jacobs and Jack Hodenshield battling for that 5th spot as Jason Solwald takes another look to the inside of Delansky. Solwald again to the inside. Slides to the high side. Terry McCall now closing the gap on the leaders. McCall now running in the 7th spot, looking to the inside of Hodenshield. Terry McCall looking good in that big game tree stands 24 car now to the 6th spot. Battle for the 3rd spot as Jason Myers slides to the middle of the racetrack. Jason Solwald still has the 3rd spot. Myers 4th. Jacobs 5th. McCall runs 6th. Jack Hodenshield almost loses it trying to get back by Terry McCall over turns 1 and 2. Straightens it out down the back straightaway. And this time by just 5 more laps to go here in the B main. 7 down, 5 to go for Joey Saldana. Kenny Jacobs, Terry McCarl, Jack Hodgeshield running out of laps here in the B main. Oh, we got one upside down. Ty Bart's upside down in turns 3 and 4.
Underway once again. They roll to the first and second corners. Terry McCarl goes to the high side of the speedway, gets a run on Kenny Jacobs. They're wheel to wheel down the backstretch. McCarl now up to 5th, one spot out of a transfer. Jacobs back to his inside, going to try the slider in 3 and 4. Does not have enough room to make it work. 4 laps to go. Now Myers gaining some ground on Solvald. Still about 4 car lengths in front of the big game tree stands 24. Joey Saldana out to a comfortable lead once again. Both Myers and McCarl work the cushion as they battle for that transfer spot. Now Hodgeshield taking a look to the inside of Jacobs on to turn number 4. Terry McCarl running out of time. Hodgeshield around the high side of Kenny Jacobs, and Sammy Swindell going to try to go with him. Now Swindell ducks to the inside of the mouse in turns 3 and 4. Terry McCarl again, a nice run on the 14 of Jason Myers. In his heat race, we saw McCarl make the move 1 corner too early. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Here goes McCarl to the inside of Jason Myers. They nearly get together there. Myers up over the cushion. McCarl and Myers side by side for the transfer. Myers moves down the block. Into turns 3 and 4. McCarl and Myers both go back to the cushion. It's going to come down to the final corner. Terry McCarl, a big run on Myers into 3 and 4. Myers goes to the low side of the speedway, slides up high. McCarl turns it underneath him. It'll be Saldana winning it. Second spot to Delansky, third to Solvald, and McCarl gets the transfer on the last lap. "25 laps in distance, 200 qualifying points to defeat your winner. Stephen Allard on the pole, and alongside him, the current points leader here at the Knoxville Raceway. We look for a green this time.
Green now. Racing up the front stretch, Allard on the inside. Kerry Manson on the outside. Manson goes to the cushion, looking for the lead on the backstretch, and Kerry Manson slingshots into the lead.
Manson takes command. Now the battle for the second spot. Shane Stewart with a slide job around Stephen Allard. Move the snap-on tools 26 up to the runner-up position as we complete lap number 1.
Manson with a 7/10 of a second lead over Shane Stewart as we complete the first lap. Shane chases him down the backstretch and into turn number 3.
A little bit of contact between Dean Jacobs and Jeremy Campbell back there. Jacobs had to get out of the throttle. We stay clean and green down the backstretch into 3 and 4. It is Manson leading it. Stewart second, Tatnall third. Now Danny Lasowski around Allard to take the 4th spot. Billy Alley and Allard side by side for 5th out of turn number 2. They'll drag race down the back straightaway. Alley on the inside, Stephen Allard up on the high side. Give it to Alley into turn number 3.
Kerry Manson continues to set the pace, running him down just a little bit now. Shane Stewart. Shane working the cushion off the second turn down the backstretch. Just about 4 car lengths separate the leaders into turn number 3.
Smoke out of Jason Johnson's 22J as he entered turns 1 and 2. We'll keep you abreast of that situation. Shane Stewart now trying to reel in the 55 car, but the caution flag will fly for a car stopping on the outside of turn number 2. It is Josh Higday in the 24H car.
Slow pace as he rolls through turn number 4, now picks it up. Sees the green flag as they charge into turn number 1. Shane Stewart ducks low, looking for the lead. Slides up in front of Kerry Manson. We've got a new leader, and here comes Brooke Tatnall alongside Manson. Stewart with the lead, Tatnall up to 2nd.
Manson still in 3rd, Lasowski 4th. Now Manson back to the inside of Tatnall. Can't make it happen down in turns 3 and 4. Shane Stewart beginning to pull away, and now Danny Lasowski up to make a move on the inside for the 3rd spot. Works the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Slides up to the cushion on the exit, and the dude is up to 3rd.
Billy Alley still holding the 5th spot. Jason Sides has taken 6th from Allard.
Nice tussle back further in the field. Darren Pittman, Stephen Allard, Craig Kinzer, and Jason Johnson going at it. That is a battle for the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th positions.
Shane Stewart goes to the cushion 1 and 2, continues to get away from the field. Tatnall still Knoxville second, Lasowski is third.
Battle further back in the pack now, side by side between Craig Kinzer and Jason Johnson. Johnson tried the slider in turn number 2, but Kinzer had the momentum on the top side.